Getting older comes with a hidden cost that no one really prepares us for. It's not about the wrinkles or the aching joints. It's the moment that you realize that the world just doesn't see you anymore. And that absence of attention, well, it can hurt, especially when it first starts happening. When we're younger, people come to us. They pay attention to us. They want to include us in things. They want us for advice. And we can feel worthy or even a little powerful because of that attention. Then comes a time when they stop asking us for advice and instead they ask us, can we help you? That's tough when we first hear it. But that's another aspect of being invisible. They start seeing us as being incapable, of being feeble. And that just makes you wish that they didn't see you at all. So when does this start? Well, it can certainly start in your 40s, for sure in your 50s. And by your 60s, well, forget about it. You're a bona fide has-been, at least in the eyes of some. And that brings me to the story that I want to tell you. I can't really remember exactly when this happened, but my guess it was about 15 years ago. I was probably close to 60 or right around 60 years old. And my wife and I took a long drive. We decided to drive through the national parks in Utah. They're amazing. If you ever get the chance, I'd do it. But anyway, it was after a long day, and we pulled into this truck stop to get some gas. It was a big truck stop. So I pulled up to the supermarket or the Quickie Mart and left my wife get out, and I drove on over to the pumps. I got to the pumps and I got out my wallet and I looked in and I go, oh crap. I gave my wife the debit card that we wanted to use on this trip. So I started walking towards the Quickie Mart and I looked over there and I go, that's 100 yards away. Maybe I'll just go ahead and use a credit card. So while I'm consternating, and I'm sure I was a little tired and looking a little dazed or confused, all of a sudden I heard this voice, "Sir? Sir, can I help you?" And I looked around, then I saw this man over there, a young man, not that far away, but he's staring at me. And I thought, me? And I thought, maybe I'm bleeding or something. So I looked down at my shirt. Maybe I spilled some ketchup on it. Yeah, I hadn't. That was one of the first times that I felt old. Now, I'm sure that was a very nice young man who meant well. But it kind of stung. As time went on, these things started happening a lot more frequently. In restaurants, in grocery stores, in social gatherings, conversations started happening around me and not with me. Frankly, I felt like I was kind of fading into the background. The world, it tends to move on without us, doesn't it? But here's when I decided to do something about it. There were things I felt I could do. I could choose to speak up, and I could choose to react to snubs without taking it personally. Maybe see them as cute little sideshows that made me chuckle. It was what I could do. I could take some control and turn it into a positive. And speaking of turning it into a positive, here's the kicker. Often, if I wanted to, I could remain invisible. Maybe at times when I wanted a little privacy or a little alone time. And to my surprise, no one really cared. It was Where's Dad? Or where's Mel? So really, it was no big deal. And since I've concluded that you're about as invisible or visible as you want to be. Now, how about you? Have you experienced invisibility? Did it bother you? Share your story in the comments. Thanks, and I'll see you in the next video.